Well, hello, Dragonheart. Christy Johnson here. Nice to see you all. I haven't seen many of you for a very long time, but thanks for having me aboard. I have been requested to give you all a 30-minute Pilates core stabilization program, which I am delighted to do. Thank you. One of your team members has been taking this class weekly for the last several months, and it's an educational class. I like to teach. I like to teach about the human body, and I do this all day long. So with my clients, and some of you who don't know me, I am a physical therapist here at PT 360. I've been a physical therapist for 27 years. Oh my gosh, great. And I learn a lot every day. Love it. So I'm going to share with you some of my wisdom and take you through core stability. Some of you might be taking this over and over again, so feel free, obviously, after this introduction to just to the beginning, but I do want to give you a couple of preliminary educational things that I think is important, because I work one-on-one with patients all day and they get this verbiage from me, but you will not. And so you're getting the verbiage now, and then you get to carry it over into the class. I do this class live weekly and also available on recordings. Wednesdays and Fridays are the live class, and it's usually about an hour. This is the 30-minute condensed version for you all. So I do want to offer that if anybody has any questions, I put up my, I made my little email here, Christy, K-R-I-S-T-I at PT360. Oh, this is incorrect. Co-op, C-O-O-P.com. Because if you do have questions, I want to be sure to answer them. Because everybody's unique, and I don't know each of your uniqueness. So I often tailor the class to whom I know who's in the room. So this is going to be general, and I want to be able to answer questions. And if anybody wants to take the other classes, just let me know. Okay, so first off, the spiel. The center of gravity is your core stability, right? Where is that center of gravity? It is at your lumbar spine and abdominal area, right here, okay? So when we say core, it's not just abdominals, it's the core stabilizers all the way up to your spine. It's your abdominals, it's your side glutes, your glute medius, and your glutes. So we go in Pilates around the world to support this area. I teach this class with a bias of what's called neutral spine. So if we're going to engage the abs, we are not doing a pelvic tilt unless I ask you to do a pelvic tilt. I want you to engage the abs and have neutral spine. So here's my tummy, and everybody should put their hands on their tummy, and don't hold your breath, but just draw the belly button in. That's your deep muscle called the transversus abdominis. The pelvic tilt muscle is a different muscle, and it actually flexes your back. And if all you ever did was abdominals with a flexed back, you can give yourself back pain. But engaging the transversus abdominis, just a gentle pull in with breath, I'm talking, engages this circular muscle that prevents shear on your lumbar spine. So we don't want to shear the spine, we want the spine to flex and rotate and move, such as that, right? Without shear, okay? So we want it with a transversus. That is my little transversus in a nutshell. Let's get started. Everybody's going to stand up, feet hip width apart. Soft knees, your knees are not locked. Gently draw in your belly button. Don't suck it in, just gently pull it in, 30%. Arms are at your side. Breathe in and raise your arms up. Feel like your rib cage is reaching down towards your pelvis. Bring the rib arms down. Inhale, come up. Rib cage reaches downwards. Clasp your hands. Push the palms up overhead. Your hips are solid, and we're going to side bend to the left. Opening up the rib cage on the right. This is a great one for you, dragon paddler boaters. And slide bend the other direction, hips are still. Okay, getting that rib cage warmed up. Pilates is about the core stabilizers, but it's also about your breath, which you need in any sport and side bend. And you need to be able to breathe while maintaining the action of that transversus. Bring your arms down to your side. Inhale. Expand. Exhale. Walk your hands forward into a forward bend. Let your hands rest on your shins. And take a breath in and let your head hang. Expand your lower back on inhalation. Exhale all the air out. Inhale, expand. Exhale the air out. Soften your knees and come down to the floor, hands and knees. So we're going to do a little range of motion to loosen up some of your spinal joints. We're going to go ahead and take the right arm out to the side and look up. Reach, reach, reach. Looks like a great rotation for your sport. Come down, switch sides. Left arm up. Come down and switch. Right arm up. And come down, switch sides. And then you're going to take that left hand under the right, thread the needle down, left shoulder, left ear to the floor. And just hold that stretch. You need thoracic rotation in your sport. You need thoracic rotation to have a healthy back and neck. Lift that left arm up, look up, come down. Let's do the other side. Right arm comes up, reach up, thread the needle through. Right arm under left, right shoulder and ear to the floor. And reach the right arm up, look up, and come down. Have a seat. I'm taking you through my hour class in 30 minutes, so keep up with me. Okay, we're seated, and we're going to go ahead and sit up tall. Find your sits bones. Tall spine, draw the belly button in. And I hope you can hear me and don't necessarily have to look at the camera, because I hope I can describe everything well. Arms go forward, and we're going to do a reverse curl. So in this reverse curl, we're going out of neutral spine. So we're going to inhale, chin to chest, curl onto your sacrum. Exhale, come up tall. Inhale. Exhale, tall. In and out through your nose, okay? Inhale. Exhale. If you want to add on, you're going to extend one leg out and in. Leg goes out as you curl partway down and in. Belly button's gently drawn in while you're going through this curl. Face is soft. I'm going to do a bunch of exercise, and we're going to just keep switching positions so it doesn't get boring, but you're also stimulating your brain doing a whole bunch of different things. I'll also try to give levels, level 1, level 2, okay? One more each side. All right, hold it tall, hug your knees in, extend the left leg out, pull the right in, cross it over, and gently turn. Another twist. Use that back hand behind you to keep your spine tall. Pulling the knee across your body to the opposite shoulder. Opening up the hips. And come out of that twist, both legs out, squeeze the legs together. So you're zipping up by squeezing the legs together, which also engages the pelvic floor. Arms out, round out the arms, belly button in, come back to a flat back, squeeze the legs, and take the right arm out to the side and pull it in. Let's keep your eyes forward as you alternate left and right. Left, belly button in, and right. So that's level 1, okay? Level 2 is both arms, or your eyes follow that leading hand and switch sides. You get a little more range of motion when the eyes and the head turns. For some people, they might get a little dizzy here, so they may not turn their head. They may just keep the eyes forward. And the next level, you find your level is both arms with the head turn, or both arms without the head turn if you're dizzy, okay? Legs are still squeezing. Warming up the abdominals. One more each side. Come to the center, come up tall, bring the left leg in, get tall, cross it over, and turn to the left. Pull that knee to your shoulder. Keep your spine tall. Look over that shoulder. And untwist, bring the legs out. Both legs are out straight. We're gonna curl all the way down. Legs are squeezing together. Inhale tall, exhale chin to chest, curl down. Trying to keep your spine under control. Come down to the floor and just take a moment to let everything go. Melt your body into the floor. It's important to work, but it's also important to know how to relax. I'm not going to spend too much time there because I only have 30 minutes. Bang your knees in, feet are flat. All right, here we go. When you rest here, this is your neutral spine. I'm not doing anything, I'm not engaged anywhere. I'm in my Christie neutral spine. You all know what a pelvic tilt is. Flatten your back. That is the rectus abdominis. Sometimes I want you to use that muscle, but not right now, but we're going to use it just to still warm up the back. And relax. Pelvic tilt. Flatten the back and lift your buttocks up just a little bit. Mini bridge. Curl back down. Knees are hip width apart. Pelvic tilt, flatten the back, lift the buttocks up. Keep the pelvic tilt and just lift up into a little bridge. It's higher. Not too high, because at least if I go too high, I'm going to use my back. If I keep it low in a pelvic tilt, I'm opening up my hips, I'm using my glutes and my hamstrings. This is not what you are to do. That is all lumbar spine. I don't want it. Curl back down. Hands to your pelvis, thumbs on your rib cage, and your back is relaxed. Everything's relaxed. Draw the belly button in, no pelvic tilt. There's your transversus. You can feel it with your hands. So this is your neutral spine with your transversus abdominis engaged. March your right knee up to 90 degrees. Come down. Now, everything's engaged. Belly button's pulled in 30%, but your back is not changing positions as you alternate that march. So there's no movement in your center of gravity around your lumbar spine. This is called a supported march. Okay, rib cage reaches to the pelvis. Chin is slightly tucked to keep your neck long. This is level 1. Level 2 is to bring both legs up and tap one down at a time. That wants to arch your back because it's heavier on the legs, but you're keeping that belly button pulled in. So you should feel lower abs working here. If you do not, and you feel your back, you should go back to 1 foot always supported, or shorten the range of motion and just do a little motion here. Everybody's going to be at a different place. And the great thing about Zoom, when I've been teaching this class, is nobody's competing with each other. I want quality. I want you to do it right, okay? If you still feel your back working, put your hands under your buttocks, belly button in, and try it from here. That just puts a little stretch on the back so that the back is inhibited and can't work. Belly button's in. All right, so keep going on this march because I'm going to start to add on. You find what level you're at. Bring your arms 3/4 of the way up overhead and march opposite hand to knee. Face is soft. Chin is slightly tucked. Maybe you close your eyes so that you can kind of really feel what's going on. And if you can feel it with your eyes closed, you're improving the brain to muscle connection. You're getting better body sense. So this is called a unsupported dying bug. See me? I am a dying bug. Next level is to start to extend one leg out. So again, if you can't support this and you feel it in your back, go back a level or take a break and jump back in when you can. Your abdominal muscles, your core stabilizers are endurance muscles. They need to work all day long. So I am stacking exercises by adding endurance. So that's another level. There is still one more level. That's a curl up. Lift your head up, eyes between your thighs. Now, not everybody can do a curl up for various reasons, neck injury, whatever. A curl up is a good exercise for your neck because it's working the abdominal wall of your neck. If you feel it on the front, if you feel it on the back of the neck, support your head with one hand, or don't curl up and just go back to the previous level. Everybody should feel this in the abdominals, not the back. In the front of the neck, not the back of the neck. You're breathing. And okay, one more each side. Grab underneath the knees, pull them to your chest, and just take a little rock and roll side to side. Drop one knee down, other knee down, hands to your pelvis. Draw the belly button in, rotate your right knee out. Give it a little overpressure stretch. Little hip stretch, come in, switch sides. Left knee out, hips stay still. Overpressure stretch on the left inner thigh. And come back in. Arms down at your side. And let's breathe in. Exhale, pelvic tilt. Flatten your back. You're out of neutral spine. Lift your tailbone up, going into that bridge. Lifting up, not too high. Feel your heels in the ground. Squeeze your buttocks so you're working your glutes. Okay, pinky side of your hand on the ground. Raise both arms up overhead. And come back down. Your bridge stays still. Raise up. And come down. And again, raise it up. And come down. Let's raise the arms up just to shoulder level. Take your arms out to the side and just rest them in a T. So now we're going to get a little opening in your chest wall, in the axilla, your armpits, rib cage, stretch. And as you're holding this position, let's go ahead and rotate your right knee out, but the left is still. You're pivoting on your foot. Bring it back in. Left knee out. The backs of your hands are gently pushing in the ground. And in. Alternate. Right. In. Left. In. This is your glute rotating out and in. Great for the hips. One more each side. Stop in the middle. Breathe in. Exhale. Curl down through your back. So each segment of your back touches the ground. And relax back down. Bring your right knee up to 90 degrees. We call that tabletop. Belly button gently draws in so your abs are engaged. Left knee up to tabletop. Squeeze the knees together and take your legs to the right. Imagine pulling your belly button to your left low back and your left arm stays on the ground. Come through center. Take your legs left. Get in a little stretch and some diagonal oblique work. Right and left. Legs are squeezing together. Maybe even think of gently pulling your pelvic floor up. Belly buttons gently drawn in, and you're breathing. So we're getting multiple layers of core stability. All right, one more each side. And then we're going to come to center, hold it at tabletop, bring your arms down, breathe in. Exhale, curl up, reach away from you and extend your right leg out. Touch your left leg and switch. Feet are flexed. Chin is to your chest. Eyes are between your knees. Belly button's drawn in. and you're breathing. I'm breathing because I'm talking. Alternate touch to each foot. You're not pulling the knee in, you're touching it. This is called single leg kick. And we can add on to it. The bottom leg gives a pulse. Don't lower the leg too much. Sit at about 45-degree angle. Check that the button's pulled in and you're still breathing. Okay, one more each side. Grab underneath your knees, pull them to your chest. Let's take them around in a circle. This is 12 o'clock at your chest. Take them to the right. Take them away from you. That's 6 o'clock to the left. Back to 12 o'clock. Reverse directions. And stop back down. We have one more abdominal in this position. Okay. Bring your right knee up to tabletop, belly button in. Left knee up to tabletop. Squeeze the legs together. Now you're going to turn your legs so your toes are to the right, and you're going to go towards a touchdown there. And you're in control of how far you go down. Come back to center. Turn your legs to the left and go towards a touchdown. Feel your obliques and center. So this is the beginning of the exercise. Your arms at your side are stabilizing you. You turn the palms up to kind of change what muscle in your shoulder is working. And you can take the arms out to make the abs work a little harder, your choice. If you do, hands come to knees at center, legs go right, arms go up overhead to the left, full diagonal, touch center, reverse, touch center, legs are squeezing together, and switch, touch, switch. I call this skier's twist, but I suppose it could also be a big, huge paddling motion, although we wouldn't have this leg motion, would we? Chin is slightly tucked to keep your neck long, because you are working your cervical, your neck stabilizers as well. One more each side. And grab underneath the knees. Knees pull to chest, toes stay together. Take your knees around in a circle. Pull the chest around. These butterfly circles, and switch directions. And drop your feet down. Turn to your right side, right sideline. Support your head. Your legs are in a completely vertical position. If you look down, you just see your toes. The compensation is to have your legs too far forward and you can see your whole leg. This is me in alignment, okay? My feet are flexed and lift up and down. Go ahead. Belly button's drawn in, up and down. So again, endurance muscles. Here's your side glute. I said we were going around the world. Glute medius, huge stabilizer for your whole body. Your hip, your knee, your feet, your back, your shoulder. The left glute supports the right shoulder, by the way. Come up to the top, hold it there. We're going to do a triangle. That means your leg lowers slightly forward, heel to toe, come up to the point, and then take it slightly back, toe to heel. Your body is still slightly forward. Be intentional, get to the point, slightly back, up, slightly forward, up, slightly back. Okay, one more each direction. Up, slightly back, take it up to the point. Now we're going to lower that leg to hip level, reach it long, like you're reaching it away from you, and now draw an outward circle. And if you didn't feel your hips before, I think you do now. There's your glute medius. It's not a big circle. This is not about range of motion. This is about control. And stop the motion. Lower that leg down, bend your knees up, reach the left arm forward, And let's rotate out into what's called an open book. Slowly let your shoulder come down. It's a big twist through the back, the shoulder, the chest wall. And let's go ahead to your back. Turn around and lie on the other side. Left sideline. Let's see if I can adjust my camera just a tad. There we go. Okay, my body's vertical. Check. Do you see your toes or do you see your whole leg? Draw the belly button in. Flex the feet, toes to nose, and leg lift up, down here. Body is still. And again, it's not about how high you lift. It's about the quality and the control. Working that shock absorber. Big, powerful muscles in those glutes. I love teaching this class because I work a full day here, and after teaching the class, I feel taller and I feel a little in control myself too. Okay, a couple more here. And hold the leg up. Triangle, leg comes slightly forward, heel to toe. Up to the point which is in line with your body, slightly back, toe to heel. And up, forward, up, back. By doing this triangle, you're getting the anterior and posterior fibers of the gluteus medius. In our class, we have a muscle of the month, and I try to target different muscles and give a little education about each muscle, which of course is fascinating because the human body is fascinating. So we haven't had glute medius as the muscle of the month, but soon to come, probably. Okay, one more. And then you're going to hold it up at the point. Lower to hip level. Reach the leg long. Hip circles backwards. So it's a outward hip circle. I guess we couldn't call that a clockwise circle. Try to keep your body still. You could have your hand on the ground if that's too much. Otherwise, your hand is on your hip. And stop the motion. Lower that leg down. Bend the knees up and reach the right arm forward. Open book, out to the side, slowly. Hopefully get an enjoyable stretch through the shoulder and chest wall. Close the book. Turn yourself onto hands and knees. Knees are in line with hips, hands in line with shoulders. Sink your back down into an old cow, we call it. Arch your back up, angry cat, let your head come down. Inhale, sink down, feel your shoulder blades glide down your back. Exhale, round it out. Come to neutral spine, flat back. Draw the belly button in. And the back of your head is lifted to the ceiling. So you're not looking up and the head's not hanging down. The back of the head is lifted up so that you work some good neck muscles. Lift and reach, opposite arm and leg away from each other. Hold it. Balancing a bowl of water on your back. Come down, don't let the water spill. Switch sides, opposite arm and leg. Come down and switch. Reach it long. Squeeze the buttock to hold the leg there. Come down, switch sides. Trying to keep the body still for stability. And come down, switch again. Hold it there. Bring in elbow to knee. Extend long. Check, belly button in, elbow to knee. Extend. Elbow to knee. Extend. One more. Extend and hold it. And bring your right hand down. Come down to your forearms. Keep your left leg up in the air. Do a little outward circle. Hip circles. Push into your elbows into the floor. Stop the motion. Reverse. And stop the motion. Bring the left leg down to the floor. Step your right leg back and hold a plank. Check your head position. Back of your head's lifted to the ceiling. Belly button's drawn in. And bring your right knee in, left knee in, back to hands and knees. Hold yourself steady, extend left arm, right leg. Belly button in, elbow to knee. Extend long. Elbow to knee. Extend. In, extend. One more. Extend and hold it. Bring your left arm down, right arm down. You're on forearms. Right leg is up, hip circles. Don't let your shoulders give up. Push into your elbows to keep your shoulders engaged. Stop and switch directions. And stop. Take that leg down again, straight leg, step back, holding your plank. You can add a little movement here, rocking forward and back on your toes. And stop the motion. Bring your knees in, sink back to a child's pose, toes together, knees wide, stretch it out. Then we're going to come back up to hands and knees. Slide your right leg back, rotate the foot down, and we're going to come up into a side plank. This could be a side plank. That could be just all you do, or you step it back out into full side plank and reach that right arm up overhead. So you're holding the plank while you're opening up those intercostals, rib cage. And come down with control to the hands and knees. Slide the left leg back, rotate the foot down, hold your left arm up, step the right leg back if you can. If not, you can stay there on the knee and just reach the arm out. Your choice. So hold the plank and reach. And come down. Again, we're going to sink back into child's pose. This time we're going to go with palms up. Stretches a different muscle in your shoulder. And take a breath in, expand your lower back. Exhale all the air out. Come up to hands and knees. Tuck your toes under and push yourself back into down dog. Let your head hang and just go ahead and pedal out your heels right and left. Pressing one heel at a time into the floor. And push both back. And let's walk it forward. Forward bend. Breathe in, expand. Exhale, curl up. Use the back of your legs to bring you up into a curled up standing position. Take your arms to your side. Soft knees. Breathe in. Exhale, come down. And that is the end of the 30-minute version of Pilates. I hope that you found your neutral spine today. All right, thanks everybody.